The Honourable Member for Lumezi.
Madam Speaker, I thank you most sincerely and permit me to speak to the presidential speech starting with page 3 that spoke to morality and ethics, and permit me to speak to a little bit of what the Honourable MP from Bavala constituency has mentioned, where they've condemned and they intend to address alcohol consumption amongst the youths and young people, and that the government is doing everything necessary to deter those. How I wished that, Madam Speaker, on morality and ethics, the Honourable Member of Parliament from Babala should have also included the aspect of how many members do change Jezebels and harlots at the Speaker's residence. Madam Speaker, as I support...
Order, Honourable Member, I didn't catch what you said. At the Speaker's residence, what is at the Speaker's
where members are accommodated, Madam Speaker, and the word Jezebel is biblical, so is the word harlot. I'm just trying to amplify what the Honourable Member from Babala had mentioned. You can't condemn one ugly act and then you are mute on one ugly act. Madam Speaker, the President spoke to peaceful elections in his speech. Madam Speaker, Honourable Mtachalo's vehicle...
The Honourable Member for Lumezi, I had guided much earlier to say, please focus your debate on the speech for the President, by the President. Whatever issues you are bringing in should be married to the speech, the content of the presidential speech. So I don't know where the Speaker's residence is. Is it somewhere in the speech? Was it mentioned by the President?
Am I allowed to respond?
Honourable Member, can you withdraw that? And then you may continue. Let's not start debating ourselves. What the Honourable Member debated, those are his views. Can you also concentrate on your own views, focusing on the speech by the President? Can you withdraw the Speaker's residence and then continue focusing on the Jezebel as well? You may continue.
I withdraw, Madam Speaker, with your guidance. Madam Speaker, the President on page 3, or page 13 rather, spoke to peaceful elections, and then we tend to wonder, Madam Speaker, when your own Member of Parliament, Honourable Mtachalo's vehicle, is still damaged as a result of a gunshot in the past Petauke by-elections. So where is the sincerity? Madam Speaker, I must mention for the record that whatever the President has said, the most progressive statement that I got was on delimitation. I'll mix my submissions to delimitations based on morality and ethics with the trend. Madam Speaker, Lumezi constituency, as a matter of fact, sits on 9,774 square kilometers. Similarly, Chadiza constituency sits on 1,593 kilometers squared. For an MP in Chadiza to be in this house, one with 42 votes, 42 votes, Madam Speaker. For Lumezi to sit in this house, above 10,000 votes. So when we agree with the President on delimitation, Chadiza is not an individual, Madam Speaker.
Order,
it's a constituency.
Member. Order. The Honourable Member for Chadiza.
I rise on point of order. Madam Speaker, I'm rising on a point of order in pursuant to not debating ourselves. And the 65 was right. And the 71 on being factual. Madam Speaker, there is no member of parliament from Chadiza who came with 42 votes here. So is the member who is on the floor, Madam Speaker, in order to insinuate and mislead this House, including the whole nation, that a member of parliament came with 42 votes here? Madam Speaker, I seek your serious indulgence and ruling on this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I had guided. This is the problem when we want to bring in issues which are not in the president's speech. Why are we going to the elections for 2021 when we are not so sure of the figures? The Honourable Member for Rumezi, I had guided. As you are debating, be factual, and please avoid bringing in the other honourable members. There's only one MP for Chadiza. So when you say the honourable member for Chadiza, people know that it's Honourable Daka. So please, can you stick to the speech by the President and be factual? You may continue.
Madam Speaker, I sympathize with my fellow colleague because I was trying to support the motion or the opinion of the President on delimitation, but knowing very well that I've got the facts from the Electoral Commission of Zambia. Just to give
the
facts.
Honourable Member, I think I had guided to say don't debate your...
I'm not debating an individual, Madam Speaker. The Chadiza is a constituency, it's not a person. I can mention Lumeza as well.
Order, Honourable Member, I think I've guided enough. Let's not debate other members of Parliament. Can you just go straight to your own debate with your own views? If you want to give us an example, please just give Lumeza as your example. You may continue.
Madam Speaker, permit me to finish supporting what the President said. Then I can be interjected. In this fashion, you'll not get my foundation. The certain decisions we support the President are not as a result of because of not being popular in our respective constituencies. Madam Speaker, you cannot have a situation where UPND gets 9,354 votes, an independent member 9,100 votes, PF 9,396. These are Electoral Commission of Zambia results, not my results. It shows that people are trying to convince the UPND using wrong methodologies by supporting the presidential speech with numbers that don't support their popularity, Madam Speaker. I agree with delimitation. Madam Speaker, they will rebut if need be. I'm supporting the President on delimitation, no doubt whatsoever. I support the President 100%. But I will not accept, Madam Speaker, that because someone defeated UPND with 42 votes, coming here to be seen to be a champion, Madam Speaker, then we are doing a disservice to the President. The President knows the people with numbers out there. Madam Speaker, we should not come here and sugarcoat numbers. Numbers don't lie, and the President is consistent. He says numbers don't lie, and the numbers are here. This is from Electoral Commission of Zambia. Madam Speaker, the only challenge I have is that the President should have also condemned his members, and the President should have at least congratulated Lumezi, Presidential Delivery Unit #1 in Eastern Province. He should have congratulated us, Transparency International Zambia #1. Other constituencies that are trending on social media that they share CDF projects with girlfriends. Madam Speaker,
Honourable Member for Rumezi. You
Madam-
are going off now the debate.
I'm concluding, Madam Speaker.
Did
Due to,
the president mention anything concerning CDF and girlfriends? For
Yes.
the people, for you to tell the nation.
no, the President spoke to CDF enhancement, which I appreciate because I'm number one, Madam Speaker. You can't take it away from me.
It didn't even come from the presidential speech, that portion you are mentioning. That is outside information. And if I wanted, I was going to say, can you lay evidence?
Madam Speaker, I'm better than even the Minister of Local Government with CDF.
Can you stick to the debate, Honourable Member, for the last time? Can you stick to your debate?
Yes, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, you've made my job very difficult today.
No, because you are going off. And in fact, you are not even supposed to engage me. I'm just supposed to guide you. Those are the rules of the House. We are not supposed to engage one another or to exchange words. We are just supposed to be guided. Because the people are listening. They want to hear your views about the presidential speech. But when you bring in other issues which were not mentioned or which are not related to the presidential speech, I'm afraid I have to curtail or to guide you. That is my job. That is why I'm seated here, to make sure that you are debating in the right direction. So I'm not making your life difficult. I'm just bringing you in the right direction of how the debate should be. So, for the last time, can you please be focused? We've wasted so much time. There's one member who wants to debate. You may continue.
Madam Speaker, when you see your members on your right not raising a point of order, just know they're enjoying the debate. Madam Speaker, this is how much they love my level of engagement with them. Little did I know that the issues of social justice on page 18, how I wish the President should have amplified it, because, Madam Speaker, we've seen a silent fight between the Catholic faithfuls and part of the executive, which must be addressed, because the Catholic faithfuls address social justice, which the executives intend to do. But we hope this will be addressed, because we do not want to see issues escalating beyond people talking to each other. Madam Speaker, I end my submissions in this particular fashion. I thank you.
Thank you. I won't comment. The ministers are going to comment over the Catholic thing, because I'm also Catholic. The